Yes. Check, check. Me and my man. Check, check. That's my man P. What's the deal, baby?
You know me, just rainbows and sunshines.
What's going on, man?
It's been a rough week.
Yeah? What's going on with you?
Nothing personal. You know why it's been a rough week.
Nah, what's going down, baby?
Nothing. We just
How's the
planning for the
job?
off-season.
How's the job going? How's the job search?
we're
Searching?
starting.
Or you
We're
gonna
starting. I'm just starting to get out there.
just getting what? Have you been looking? Are you just
Yeah,
been chilling?
I've been looking online. I wanted to take a couple of weeks, and then
Yeah.
that COVID thing put me back.
What do you mean?
When I had COVID for the first of the
being
I was gonna
sick.
take like a couple
Sick.
of weeks and then start. Then COVID just like ruined that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll get going now.
You're gonna get on it.
I got to get on it. I don't want to get too tight.
Yeah.
You never know how long it's going to take.
Yeah, but you did all right during the season, right? You did all right.
I made some money at UPS, but that's only seasonal.
Yeah. So, what else is going on, man? I know the obvious. I don't want to state the obvious, but
you know the obvious.
yeah,
You're a happy man.
I'm not. Here's what I'm gonna say. Until we're hoisting. Is it hosted or hoisting? Hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. That's when I'll be happy. All of this stuff in the middle, I don't care about. Like, nobody remembers that. They just remember who won the Super Bowl. You might remember who was in it with the team, but
Occasionally they'll have those games.
yeah,
And
if it's a good game, but you're still gonna be like, they won and
I-
the other team lost.
Like I remember those Cowboys Niners NFC Championship games.
Oh yeah, those are dope games. Don't get me wrong.
back in the day. So some do stand out, but yeah.
And you'll even say some of those games stand out, but even the game doesn't. You'll remember certain plays in certain games.
Well, those games stood out because most of the time that was the Super Bowl.
Yeah, in essence, because you knew whoever
the
they
AFC
played,
throwing
they
up
were gonna
garbage.
smoke the doors off them. I agree with you 110%. But
We'll come back and we'll do some quick hits and Bruins, a little basketball, Celtics, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes.
yeah, like, share, subscribe, like my man said, the man with the master plan. Peace.
Welcome back to the Comeback Kings. Try to pick up the energy a little bit. I think we started off a little down.
Okay, it's that time of the year, man.
Yeah.
I'm sad in general, but what you got for the quick hits, baby?
I just want to talk about the Bruins a little bit more. I know every week we talk how great they are,
Yeah.
and they've been great. I just started looking into numbers though and see how great they've been.
Let me blow up this screen real quick because I'm
All right.
blind. I'm blind even with the glasses, with the goggles on. But go ahead.
We gotta get you some of those Kurt Rambis
I know
goggles
It's bad.
around the head.
Yeah, but go ahead, kick it.
Nothing. So far they got like 37 wins.
I'm looking. Yep.
They're on pace for 65.
Well, is there a record?
62 is the record.
And you think they're gonna get 65?
They could, but yeah, I mean, you can end up with some ties. It won't quite get you there. But
Yeah.
right now, they're on a pace to break the record. They got 78 points they've scored. They're on that's a 139 point pace for the season, which
Yeah.
blows away the 76 Canadians.
I'm looking at it. Yep.
Goal differential. Right now, they're plus 81 over their opponent. You know, goal differential.
Explain to me what that
amount
means.
of goals you score over the amount of goals scored against you.
Okay.
So, in football, it's plus 81, though. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
The save percentage for the team is .932, which is the best in the league. So that how you save, that's incredible. 2.02 is their goals against average. That's how many goals they get scored against them.
Scored on.
And I think the record was like 1.89, so they're close to that.
This is stupid. It's stupid. It's just stupid what they're doing.
Their goalie, Olmark, he just made history the other night. I think they won 4-0 last night.
Yeah.
He's first goalie to 25 wins. He's got 25 wins in 28 starts. It's just the pace they're on is and it's all around. Like the whole team. It's ridiculous.
They're on all cylinders. Yeah. I'm looking right at it. It's crazy. The closest team has 9 losses, Hurricanes. And then after that, everybody's in double digits.
Yeah.
Everybody's in double.
We'll start talking more about the games after football season. We'll really get into it. But, I mean, when they're winning all the time, it's crazy.
It's not even I hate to sound like this. I don't even think it's fun.
No.
I don't know. It's fun. If you're a Bruins guy, you probably love it because they're probably rewriting the history books. But if you're smoking the competition like it's just ridiculous.
But see, most fans of the teams know if you're not hot when you go into the playoffs, everybody's got a shot. Like there's so many times in the number one seed in NBA. How often does the number one seed get bounced out?
Yeah, I hope that doesn't happen to them. But if they're having this miraculous season and they're breaking records like this, I hope this doesn't happen to them. I just hope, because like I said, you're gonna look back and be like, "Oh, that's the year," but they didn't win it.
Right?
You gotta close the deal, man.
It's like a couple of years ago when Las Vegas expansion team, won it. Anything you just got to get in. Especially in hockey.
What you gonna do, man? Bruins, good luck.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not talking about you guys not winning it.
That's the shame too when you go through that kind of season.
Yeah.
Just like the Eagles are going to have such a great season and then not finish it off.
Don't do me like that, baby. Don't do me like that. What else you got, man?
Celtics lost another game to the Orlando Magic.
Yo, what is going on, man?
Shout out to Corey.
Yo, what is going on? Yo, I wish C Boogie was here so we could chop it up.
He's the one that called that back.
What he's saying is so true. Certain teams are in other teams' heads.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell is that all about, man.
They only have 18 wins.
So here's the thing.
Like 16th, I think, or something.
So they are lucky if this team doesn't get in the playoffs.
No, they won't sniff the playoffs.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Say if they went on some kind of run where they made the 8th seed, and the 8th seed plays the number 1 seed.
Yeah.
If they played the Celtics in the first round, that's crazy, man. It's so crazy. But
if I was in the 8th spot, I'd be trading for dudes on that team.
They're 3 from the bottom, so
I think they're 16th in the league. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So they're like in the 13th spot. I don't think there's no chance that they could do it. They need a miracle, but if they keep playing Boston,
we're thinking the same thing.
You just took it right out. Yeah, let's they play Boston a couple more times. But that's crazy, man.
Boston won the first game of the season against them, and now has lost 3 in a row.
Wow. I don't know what that's about.
But otherwise, Boston looks really good.
But otherwise, Boston. But I gotta say this. Philly's right there now. They're 4 games back. The Bucks they're always gonna be.
Right.
They're gonna be.
Brooklyn's up there.
Here's the thing about Brooklyn, and I'm gonna say that I'm gonna go on a limb. If Durant doesn't get hurt, I think they would be right there with Boston.
Yeah.
Right now, that's crazy because
he's got to be worth a couple of wins.
That's what I'm saying. Like they would be right there. Oh my goodness, and the Nuggets, they're the West is different though. The West, the next team behind them, Memphis, 2 games back, 5 games Kings. The West is a different animal.
That's the other one, Golden State. The Celtics don't want to see them in the finals either. Yeah. They beat them the other night.
But that was like overtime. And they almost gave the game away. No, but that was awful. I don't know. Right now, Golden State's, they're out. They're 2 games out. No, 1 game out. 1 game out of a playoff spot.
And they missed Steph for a month.
Yeah, so you got to know they're probably going to get that. They're probably going to get that 6 or 7
spot.
Yeah. In the West. and then
all bets are off.
Yeah, it's gonna be business as usual. At least I think it's gonna be business as usual for the Warriors. I think
because that's the team that can just skate in and then turn it on in the playoffs.
Once they get in the playoffs, they're gonna make some. They're gonna. Yeah, I agree with you there.
They got that switch. Not every team can turn that switch on
and just click it. Boom.
Yep.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. What else you got, baby?
Not a lot going on in sports.
And I was reaching too.
I'm scouring the headlines.
Reaching. There's nothing going on. We're a little low key today, and that's it. We're gonna talk about the games from last week, and then we're gonna see. All right, peace.
Hey, it's Etiana, the owner of eSweets. eSweets is a small local business that specializes in chocolate-dipped strawberries, cake pops, pretzels, Oreos, and more. You can place an order for any occasion and even have the order customized to match your needs. Thank you.
And we back. P's in the building. You want to talk about these games?
Not really, but
Yo, what happened with was it Jacksonville, Kansas City?
Jacksonville, Kansas City was the first game up.
Trevor Lawrence, he didn't let me down. He did it. He did it. I told you this dude, man. I knew it. And they had them. I won't say dead to right. When Mahomes got hurt, like what, first quarter? Or was it second quarter?
So I think it was second.
This was their chance. And I'm like, yo. And
But your boy Chad Henne went right down the field. 98. That's a long 98 yards. The longest playoff drive in Kansas City history.
And
Chad Henne.
And the bench dude did it.
He's in the AARP. He's friggin' that old.
Oh my goodness. Jacksonville, you had if there was anything, like everything that could go right for them in that game kind of did.
You
feel what I'm saying?
Well, they were in it too. They
were in the game.
Yep.
They were in the game.
Lawrence dumped that little pass, just got picked off. There's only one interception for him this week, right? No, 4, but
still, it was a crucial interception.
But you can't expect them from where they came from a year ago, where Urban Meyer and they just absolute 2 wins shit show.
Is that what we're gonna do though? Is that how? If you're a Jacksonville fan, is that how you're looking at it? Are you looking at it like, well,
you have to?
We were dealing with house money.
They were.
But when you're that close, I think that
you
burns
want it,
more.
but you can't. When you realistically got to step back and go, there's steps to this. Like you don't usually Cincinnati.
I think in retrospect, but not in the heat of the moment. I want the dub.
Yeah.
I don't care who, if it's Kansas City, if it's any team.
Which has probably freed them up to play better against Kansas City. They probably weren't tight because they're like, we're playing with house money. Let's just go get this.
Yeah.
But like Cincinnati, not every like last year. They were way ahead of schedule last year. Everybody was saying that. They were like, they thought they were a year or 2 away.
Yeah.
So but the shit show that they were under Urban Meyer with 2 wins, to be able to win the division win your first game, and then go toe-to-toe with Kansas City, you can't be mad at that season. And to know you're going into the offseason building on that, and you got a crap load of money on your salary cap. You got money to spend.
So you think that they're going to pick up where they left off?
Oh, yeah. They're going to.
Jacksonville.
Yeah. I told you, I think I said it last week. This is as far as they go. I think Austin said it too. This is, for this year. But they're going to take another step next. They should, unless they screw things up. But your boy Doug Peterson's a good coach.
Dougie P.
I don't think they're going to take a step back.
Dougie P's my guy for life. Him and Nick Foles, they're both my guys for life. That's just it. I will leave it at that. Speaking of him and Nick Foles.
Yes.
Where were the Giants at? I'm not even trying to sound like I was so scared of this game.
Trembling. You were.
I was shaking like bacon, and I'm like, at one point, I wanted to turn the game off. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. Like, this is. I don't know. I can't explain it because I'm a football guy. I want to watch a good game. That game was awful.
Yeah.
It was just a straight beatdown. It was just a straight beatdown from. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't know.
I mean, as a fan, you don't want to watch those games, but you should have loved it.
This is what I'm saying. I'm a football fan.
I know, but when the Cowboys won in Super Bowl in the '92 Super Bowl, 52-17, I loved every touchdown scored.
You like watching that? I don't like watching that. I don't want to watch
for the Super Bowl when your team's in it.
I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch, especially if it's the Super Bowl and it's the last game. Like I don't trust me. I'm in between a nail biter and a blowout. I'm in the middle of that. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody.
You want to threat the other team can come back, but you don't want them to actually
I don't
come
want
back.
them to win. Exactly. This was just a beatdown. This was a beatdown. Like they got beat down into the ground. Like Saquon couldn't do nothing. Danny Dimes looked awful. He looked awful.
Yep.
And the coach, he looked like a deer in headlights. You could see the head coaching experience. I don't know if that makes any sense. When they were showing him on the sidelines, he looked like, I don't know if you remember when the Rams played the Patriots and that coach.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know his name, the young coach for the Rams
Exactly.
against Belichick. And you could look in their face and look like we don't even know what play to run.
Right. That was McVay, wasn't it?
Yeah. He didn't even know what play to run, what to do.
Yeah.
And they show Belichick and he's just sitting over there like.
Yeah, well, there's been a million playoff games.
That's how this dude looked. What's his name? What is his
Dayball.
name? That's how he looked. He looked like he couldn't get everything that they tried. What wasn't working? He ran out of things to do, and they just was like, "Oh well."
I told you all year they got down smoke and mirrors.
I think you were right.
And he just ran out of stuff.
You were right. I meant to say that to you. I said you've been saying that all year, and then it finally came home to roost.
They put Danny Dimes in great positions all season, and as long as they weren't playing really good teams, he performed. He didn't fumble the ball as much. They just were careful with him. Yeah. Saquon stayed healthy for the whole season. But when your leading receiver is this cat named James.
You were right, man. It came home. It finally came back on him. It caught up with him. In that game. They just looked like they didn't know what to do, where to go. I don't know.
Well, your team just jumped on them.
Yeah.
And once they did, they're not coming back. They can keep up with you if you're not scoring three. Well, you got three touchdowns by the beginning of the second quarter.
Yeah.
When they're down 21-0, they don't have the weapons to come back.
Yeah. I'm happy.
You should be.
What was the third game? What was that third game?
Cincinnati Buffalo in the snow. We watched.
That game. It wasn't similar to our game, but I kind of, and not why I was watching it, but in retrospect, when I look back and watch it, like Buffalo was never really in that game, in my mind. At least that's how I felt. Like, what'd you think?
Once it got into the second quarter, I mean, because Buffalo's got a potent offense, but you can see by the second quarter they just weren't moving the ball.
You know what's ill? Before the game started, too, when the snow started coming down, right? I'm thinking to myself, oh, yo, Buffalo's, they're going to, you know what I'm saying?
That's their element.
It was the element. At least I felt that way.
But I told you, I'm like, Cincinnati's cold weather team, too.
But this is what I'm saying.
And they got a better running game.
This is the flip side of that. I felt like Cincinnati looked more at home to me. I felt like they got into their groove, and they were like, this is our element. I felt like they took that from them somehow.
Well, like I said, I thought when we said it, who's going to give it an advantage? And the running game usually gets the advantage.
You were right about the Mixon cat.
And Mixon's a better runner. They have a better running game in Cincinnati. I was just surprised Buffalo couldn't get anything going, because your receiver in those situations, your receivers are the ones that know where they're going. I think it's harder for the defensive back to have to make an adjustment to follow you in the snow. So I thought they'd make something happen, but Diggs was not happy.
But that's on both sides of the ball, though. Like, you can make the argument that they don't know where your receivers are going. Like, that goes both ways.
Well, that's why I was surprised Buffalo couldn't get anything going with their receivers.
Yeah.
They need another weapon, though.
You think so?
Well,
they were short.
Gabe Davis doesn't quite come up to that, and that'll go to my Cowboys too. Where you need that other weapon.
Why wasn't? Here's another thing I don't understand. All season, Josh Allen is running all over the place, risking his neck, his life, and everything. The playoff, like this game, why wasn't he taking off? I don't understand. You do all your best stuff during the season, but when it counts most, you hold back. He should have been taken off.
Maybe he's not a bad weather quarterback. Maybe he's just because that game last year with the Patriots, where the Patriots ran 900 times and passed twice.
Yeah, I remember that. They didn't. Yeah. Well,
maybe like Aikman used to have trouble throwing a wet ball.
I don't understand.
I don't know.
What's that got to do with you taking off though? Just run the ball.
Maybe,
run it.
I don't know. He doesn't feel comfortable. I don't know. Gonna call Josh Allen.
That's awful.
But did you see Diggs at the end of that game?
Yeah, I don't understand. Do you agree with what he did or you disagree?
I disagree.
Him
yelling at
him and all that. I'm with you on that.
Because it's not it's been your guy all year. You're one of the top receivers in the league because of that dude.
Yeah.
It's not like he's not trying. He's not like he's not doing his best.
So what was the altercation? Was he saying that he was open on plays?
Yeah, and the one that said he was open on, Allen's running for his life. Like he's rolling away from. He can't look downfield and roll away from people at the same time.
That's another thing.
That happens so many times.
I didn't understand. Everything was reversed for me because, if I'm not mistaken, Cincinnati, 3 of their linemen, their starting linemen, are out, right? You would have never thought that in that game. Maybe you would have thought that Buffalo 3 linemen were out.
Maybe the snow helped neutralize that advantage.
That's what I'm saying.
That was on turf. Maybe they would have just ran over those cats.
Somebody came down, put the mojo on, then it like flipped on each team. Where this team, I don't know. It was just weird. It was so weird. You might have thought that Buffalo was missing 3 linemen, not Cincinnati.
But I hate when receivers get open and they're yelling at the quarterback who was running for his life. Once you got to roll out a certain way, you don't even see that side of the field.
I agree with you.
You're only trying to see one half. Not everybody's Mahomes. That's going to look one way and then throw it back the other way.
Yeah, Mahomes that's why people need to understand. He's a rare breed, people.
Yep.
Like you don't. That's not normal what he does. He's like a freak of nature. Like normally dudes are not running one way and throwing across their body the other way. You know what I mean? But
and usually if you do that, you get picked off.
I kind of feel bad for Buffalo because of the Hamlin situation. I don't know.
I thought for sure the NFL would have let them at least get to the championship game.
I know. So here's the other thing. All you conspiracy people,
yep.
And I can't front. I be teetering on the borderline of that too. What do we have now? Like you can't say this is a great NFL football story where they're gonna. No, it's not that at all.
Nope.
You feel what I'm saying? At least that's not what I think. If the NFL has an agenda, they keeping it close to the vest on this one. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. If you told me that Philly and San Fran at the beginning, I would say San Fran, but I wouldn't have said Philly would be in the championship game. And I would say Kansas City and Cincinnati, yeah. But there's no conspiracy about that.
Listen,
those are good teams.
Let me say one thing. If the NFL controlled this,
yes,
the Cowboys would have been in another Super Bowl.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you 110%. Because whether they win or lose, people want to see the Cowboys. And the NFL knows that, and I agree with you on that 110%.
That Cowboys-Tampa game on the Monday night was 30 million viewers.
Yeah, the ratings were through the roof. So you don't think the NFL saw that and wouldn't want the Cowboys to be in the championship game and then to the Super Bowl?
4 of the top 10 games of the year were the Cowboys.
That's what I'm saying. You're out of your mind for not thinking that.
Love them or hate them.
Yeah, they get the ratings because it's just like Mayweather. Whether you like him or not, you want to see him. Either you want to see him win or you want to see him get his face beat in. Yeah. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. Speaking of that, perfect segue. What'd you see? Sunday 6?
I told you my boys are not consistent. I love the way the defense played. Their defense was hitting. They were moving. They were covering.
That was a defensive game, to be honest.
Yeah.
What was it, like 3-3?
And it was 9-9 at halftime.
It was a defensive game that, because usually when it's a defensive game, you're like, I don't want to watch this. But that was a defensive game where I was like, yo, this is
Cats were hitting.
Yeah, it still was a good game to watch. But
Dak, I think I got to put this one on Dak. And well, Diggs a little bit.
I'm putting it on Dak. I was talking to my man. We were arguing earlier today, and he's telling me it's the coaching. And we were arguing about the coaching back and forth, and I'm like, I think it's Dak. I go, it's.
Go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
And we were screaming, and I was like, I can't rock with you. I go, Dak had the most interceptions this year. I go, the only argument you could make is if they had the backup, would they have went this far? You know what I'm saying?
No, they wouldn't have.
They wouldn't have. So you're caught between that space. But Dak, he's still.
They would have been right with the Giants and the Redskins trying to get in on the bubble if they didn't have him.
It's Dak, man. It's Dak. But the opposite end of that is who you gonna go? Who? It's weird. It's like that weird space. Who are you gonna get to fill that void? And because he's not. Is he average? Is he above average?
I had him in the top 10 going into this season.
Okay.
Right on the edge. Between other quarterbacks getting better and his regression, because this is his worst year by far with turnovers. I got him outside of the top 10 and still inside the top 15.
Yeah.
But now he's getting paid $40 million to be there.
My man was telling me about CD too. This is what we were arguing about. He was saying that he's not like a top 10 receiver, and I'm like, I don't agree with. He said he only knows how to run certain routes, and I'm like, I don't know what you're looking at.
They move him all over. They put him in the slot. They move him in motion. They have him on the outside.
Yeah, so that's the point that he kind of had an argument, but then I was like, nah, it's still that.
So 1,300 yards and 9 touchdowns.
That's what I'm saying. But he was saying that he only knows how to run certain routes. He doesn't know how to read whoever's covering him. Like, he said there's certain things that you're supposed to do if the guy comes inside or outside. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know that much about what receivers are supposed to do.
You got to stop talking to those crackheads on the street.
Nah, my man, okay. My man knows his football. I can't front. He knows his football, but I just summed it up and said it's Dak to me. It's Dak. If Dak plays like Dak that previous Monday night.
Or half of that.
I don't know.
Just don't throw the interceptions. 2 touchdowns, you win that game. All right, let's put it this way.
One of those was bobbled, though. One of those picks were bobbled, right?
No, it was actually
tipped.
It was tipped.
Yeah.
By the defender into the safety's hands.
Yeah.
So I can't even say it's one of those went through the receiver's hands.
It would have been picked. Okay.
Yeah. He just knocked it away from CD, and then that's the other thing. He was trying to force it into CD. That, and I don't know if he just got locked in on CDs too much. Because he had a lot of catches.
What do you think about when the Pollard cat went out? You think that might have played another role into it?
All right, here we go. Like, I'm talking earlier in the game, he throws that first pick, sets up 3 points for the 49ers. Later in the game, they're driving, and he throws the other pick, the one that was on the sidelines.
Yeah.
So not only San Fran goes down the field, scores another field goal. So there's 6 points, and that's not even counting if the Cowboys would have came away with 3 or a touchdown on the other end because they were deep. So that's a big swing right there. And then you had later in the game, Diggs had one right in his hands near the goal line, and he dropped it. And San Francisco got a touchdown out of that. You're talking it was a 6-point game. It was 16-12 until the last field goal by San Fran. That was a winnable game. That's why it goes up my ass that, this game really did. A lot of games you can look, and there's certain plays, but it was going to go that way anyway.
Yeah.
This game could have went just the opposite direction. It was a winnable game. I commend the defense because you had, who was it? Debo and Bosa talking shit on Snapchat or FaceTime or whatever they were doing, or Twitter. And I'm like, what'd you cats do? They control. If you asked me before the game, and I did this last year, you control Debo, you control McCaffrey, which they didn't even have last year. They control. McCaffrey had 50 yards total between rushing and receiving. 50 yards. Debo only had 4 yards rushing and 40, 50 receiving yards. Ayuk was pretty much controlled. The only one that went off was Kittle.
Yeah. And that was for a couple plays, a couple key plays that it kind of made the game go in a different direction. I felt
right.
That bobble catch.
Purdy didn't do anything special.
No,
to me.
He didn't. I've been waiting. And this is the first real sample size I've seen of him. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't watch him since he took over. This is the first game I watched him from beginning to end, and I was like,
he didn't make any mistakes.
He's more like a manager to me.
Well, when those weapons go off, when he doesn't,
he just has to sit back and do this.
Yeah, that was
you just watched
like you were the fantasy draft.
Yeah, I believe that's what he's doing, and I don't know.
That offense was averaging over 30 points a game since he got in there.
Wow. So off the players. What's going on with the coaching? From what I'm hearing, they're calling for your boy's head.
I heard that. I've heard them calling for Kellen Moore's head more. Kellen gets too cute, way too cute sometimes.
So to me, but I don't think it's his fault.
I can't blame McCarthy for this one. I hate McCarthy. You know I want McCarthy gone.
Hey, come on, man.
I can't blame.
You're killing me with
I gotta
this,
play.
man.
I gotta blame.
You're killing this dude, and now you're gonna give him a pass?
Not giving him a pass. I'd still rather have him gone, but I can't blame for this one because it was execution on the field.
Nah, man.
And like I said, Kellen Moore does these things where he gets so cute, starts running reverses. When you got momentum,
he still has to get the okay from the head coach.
No, he doesn't. This isn't Bill Belichick.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Quinn handles the defense. Moore handles the offense.
So when they're going
this is old school.
When they're going for on fourth down,
that's
not
a coach's
Kellen
call.
Moore.
That's a coach's call to go on.
That's McCarthy doing that.
Yeah, but that's not his play call. He's not calling that play.
I know. I think this is what I think is going on here. They're gonna use him as the scapegoat, but it's McCarthy, man. It's McCarthy, P.
No, I've had problems.
Okay, so I'll give you this. Maybe this game, you're gonna say Kellen Moore, and he's gonna wind up getting a head coaching job.
You know, I've had problems with McCarthy.
Kellen Moore's gonna get a head coaching job.
He's getting interviews. We'll see if he gets it. He looks like he's 15.
He's gonna get a head coaching job.
But then again, you get that guy in Miami, so I can't even say.
He's gonna get a head coaching job, and to me, and. Where do you go from here? What's gonna change? What's gonna change unless you fire McCarthy? If you fire Kellen Moore, be honest with yourself. What's gonna change? And trust me, I have no desire. If you bring back McCarthy, everybody in that division is happy again.
The only coach not unless they get like a better like Sean Payton or something.
Watch, I'm happy if you bring him back. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. You bring him back, I'm happy.
Listen,
if he gets fired and Peyton goes there, now I'm nervous.
The only coach I want to keep is Dan Quinn, defensive coordinator. I'm fine with everybody else leaving him, but like I said, I just can't blame McCarthy for this one. He didn't do anything stupid. He didn't call for a fourth down play on our 35-yard line, which he's done in the past. So I can't blame him for that. But I do want him going anyway. And I gotta say something to everybody out there. I see it online constantly. I'm sick of the Jerry Jones. He's too involved. He does everything. He ruins this team.
Oh, that's not.
That's an old narrative.
No, yeah,
that's
I don't think
not
that
the same anymore.
I think
Jerry Jones can't get a head coach to get us over the hump, and he's not involved in the personnel. And I don't think
that he is. I don't think that he is. I do think he talks a little bit too much.
He's the head. He's the face of the Dallas Cowboys. He's always going to be that until he dies.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know too many owners that have their own radio show. He has his own radio show or something that they do down in Dallas. Whatever. Should he be doing that kind of stuff?
He loves the spotlight.
That's what I'm saying.
He definitely is not involved. Like people say,
I'm not. agreeing with. I'm not saying that, but I do think that has an effect when your owner is like. I don't know. I don't know.
But these people are like just saying that he doesn't know how to pick talent.
No, I don't think
look
that
at the talent on that team.
That team is loaded. The team is stacked.
They got talent all over the place.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't even think has he done any kind of acquisitions. I would say the last 4 or 5 years. I think it's the Sun.
He's involved. No, he's involved. He's just not overriding everything like he used to.
I think the Sun is the one calling the shots. I think the Sun is taking over, and I think the Sun officially kind of took over when it was it Manziel was coming out one year?
Exactly. I think they took.
That's when I think the Sun was like, look, Pops, sit down. Whatever year Manziel came out, because Jerry Jones wanted him. He wanted him so bad.
They took Zach Martin with the 17th pick.
So this is what I'm saying. I think from that point on, I do believe it.
I think it's a collaborative effort now.
I do think it's still collaborative.
And whoever the coach is.
Yeah, I do think it's collaborative, but I don't think he's not.
But it's an old narrative that people just keep saying from over the years that really don't follow the team and don't know the team, but they just see Jerry on television.
Yeah.
And they just assume that he's still the same way.
I do think that
I want him to do things different, but I don't think
he should be doing that. That's just my opinion.
I want a coach I want an owner that wants to win, and I will never question that about Jerry.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of other things I'll question.
He does want to win.
But he does
want to win.
Some of these cats don't want to. They just want to make money and just keep their fan base sated and not have to worry.
I don't know, kid. I don't see it changing next year. Unless you have to do something, I don't know.
I don't know if Zeke was saying he'd take a pay cut.
Stop it.
He's gonna make $16 million this year.
But
next year,
okay.
And they can cut him.
Are you surprised by that? He should take a pay cut because Pollard outperformed you 2-1.
Pollard had surgery today too.
Stop.
He'll be ready for next year.
You're not doing the Cowboys any favors.
Yeah. Oh, no, because they're going to cut him because his dead cap hit is $11 million. Yeah. If he's on the roster, he's 16.
That's why he's
doing that. $5 million.
That's why he's doing that. Yeah. That's why he's saying he's going to say all the right things and do the right things because they will cut him. And I wouldn't be surprised if they take a running back in the draft.
And next year it will be Dak's show me year because they can get out of the last year.
This year was that year.
Yeah, no. I mean, contract-wise, they can get out of that. They can get out of that last year. They can't do anything with him this year. He's a $40 million. You can't take that.
I don't even know why I'm getting this upset about your squad. I'm happy. I can't even front. I shouldn't even be upset.
You should want Dak going
because I'm a football guy.
If Dak can beat one team, it's the Philadelphia Eagles.
That's it. He haunts my side. Him and Zeke for whatever reason. Yeah. But I don't know, man. I guess we gotta look forward to next year. We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Francisco here, a Pops Nutrition. I want to talk to you guys about this awesome product I've been taking for the last 6 months, Synta 6. Synta 6. I've been taking this product for the last 6 months. I love the taste. It doesn't upset my stomach. I personally love peanut butter. I take 1 scoop before my workout, 1 scoop after my workout. The results are phenomenal. Synta 6.
We back, baby.
Yeah, we ain't never left.
Talking playoffs.
Check. Me and my man. Check. Go ahead, man.
Nothing, man. What's going on? Some games happening this weekend?
Let me hear something.
My NFL season's over, so it's still going on? All right, so we're going to talk about these games this weekend. Philadelphia Eagles against the San Francisco 49ers. What you got? What are you thinking? Or do you want me to tell you what I'm thinking?
I was scared of San Francisco.
Should be.
But I was really scared. If we had to play them out there, they gotta come to Philly. I think the sixth man's gonna play a role in this game. Is that what they call it? The sixth man?
Well, in basketball.
Yeah, but what do they call it in football? I don't know what they call it, but I think
they call it the meanest crowd in the land.
They're gonna.
What do you think? You're gonna knock Debo unconscious with some batteries? Is
that
what they're gonna do?
No, I just think that element, them coming to Philly, because if you watch that game, it was nice and sunny out there in San Fran when they played. It's gonna be a little colder.
Yeah, what is the weather in Philly?
I don't know, but it's gonna be definitely colder.
So you don't have Derek here to look it up.
And they gotta take that flight out there. They gotta get acclimated. These are just other little things that I'm taking into consideration.
Right.
And the main thing is I just think that we're playing better ball right now. That's just me. The optics, just the eye test. And I'm not even saying it. I'm not even going by the Giants game that much. We got weapons, man. We got weapons. Are they Debo and McCaffrey? No. But I'll take Miles. I'll take the Miles cat. I can't think of the other cat's name right now. But I'll take Jalen. I'll take my receiving core against their receiving core. I'll take my tight end. Kittle's a little better than our tight end. Yeah, but I'll take Goddard. I'll take him.
He's definitely better than your tight end.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Goddard's still a good tight end.
But I'll take that. I will take that. Where they are better than us is obviously their defense is better than our defense.
Not by much.
But I'll still take our defense. Like, I'll take it. I'll take our defense. And like I said, I'll take all of that and in Philly. I'll take that. I'll take it. We're going to see what it is. I'm going to tell you one thing. If they don't control their edge rushing, I think Jalen's going to cook them. That's just my opinion. Can we stop? I don't think we can stop Debo and McCaffrey, but I think we can get at Purdy. That's just my opinion. I think we can get at him. I think we can. And that's why I'm taking my squad. Like, as usual, part of this is with my heart. But even if I took my heart out, I think we can beat them, man. I just think we can. That's just my opinion. And let me hear something. Let me hear what you think.
After watching this game, and I feel that Dallas and Philly are very similar built teams. Besides, Jalen brings that little extra running ability.
Which I didn't understand. I didn't mean to go back. Why wasn't Dak taking off more?
He needs to take. He's better.
Like, Jalen's going to take off. You know he's taking off. Right. That's what they're built on. Dak, he wasn't taking off.
You know, like I don't want to go back to Dallas, but most of his interceptions were in the pocket. Just get him on the move, get him moving.
Did they say to him, "Don't run"? Is that what they're saying to him?
No, I think his mentality is be a quarterback first.
I agree, but if the chips are on the line, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, he should be running more often.
Yeah, that's my point.
Anyway, back to my point.
Go ahead.
Those not get too.
Go ahead.
I feel that they're similar teams. Running good, good running game. Good wide receivers. I think your wide receivers are better. Your quarterback, he hasn't as much experience, but he's dynamic. They're definitely going to have to watch him on the edges. That's what the Cowboys had to do.
Yeah.
I was screaming at Demarcus Lawrence when they were playing because he kept crashing down and letting Jalen Hurts get around the outside. I think our two teams, and that's why I think you guys can definitely beat them.
Yeah.
Will you? That San Francisco defense is pretty damn good.
It's a monster.
It's going to be a tight game. I have to go San Fran because on my picks, I picked them at the beginning of the playoffs. I picked them to get to the Super Bowl.
I'm not hating.
But I definitely, I can see you guys beating them. If Jalen Hurts plays like Jalen Hurts,
boom,
you guys are going to win. Because your defense is good. It's not San Francisco good, but they are really good.
Yeah, I think they are top 5, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
And then, you guys got a good pass rush, too.
So you got San Fran.
So I'm taking San Fran just because I picked them at the beginning.
Wow.
And I don't want to give you the satisfaction of picking Philly.
That's respectable.
But yeah, it's I can definitely see it because Purdy didn't do much against the Cowboys defense.
I watched him. I literally watched this dude, and I was like,
he was a little rattled, and
I feel like he can be rattled.
Oh, and the Cowboys was the best defense he had played since he became starter.
I think it was.
No, I get it is. It was by far the best defense he played.
And Philly's gonna get at him. They're gonna get at him. They're gonna throw some stuff at him.
If I had to put money on it right now, I'd probably say Philly because I think he's going to get rattled.
I wouldn't put no money on it. I wouldn't even touch it.
But I decided, like I said, I got to go with San Fran because I called that from the beginning. So,
so we're off that. What do you think about this Bengals Chiefs?
That should be a game.
You think so?
I got Kansas City in that game. I picked my final two is Kansas City against San Francisco.
You don't even have to think about it?
Oh, yeah, I do.
You just said Kansas City off rip, though. You just said, I got Kansas City.
I picked it at the beginning of the playoffs. That was at the beginning of the thing. That was my thing.
Forget all of that. I'm saying as of now.
Oh, I think it's a toss-up, so I'm going to go with the team that I originally thought.
Yeah, but, wow.
Unless his ankle's worse than... Because he's got that high ankle sprain.
I think he's hurt. I think the dude's hurt.
No, he's got a high ankle sprain. But they said he woke up the day after a lot better than he was. They'll shoot him up.
If I'm not mistaken, he hasn't beaten this dude.
No.
He has not beaten him.
So I also think he's due to beat him.
On a hobble ankle, you think he's gonna go beat Joe Burrow?
That's Mahomes, yeah.
Ooh. I don't know if I could rock with you, man. I don't know.
Because Cincinnati's had dud games during the year. They haven't been dominant.
But they're not.
I know. You're buying into the Cincinnati mystique. I'm buying into Mahomes mystique.
I'm not buying into the Cincinnati mystique. I'm buying into the quarterback. Joe Burrow is that guy.
He is. They talked about it on SportsCenter. One of the things
I think he might be the modern guy. He might be the guy.
They said he's not as physically gifted as Mahomes, but he makes all the right decisions.
I think I'm not trying to piggyback off of any of those guys because I always felt this way, even back in the LSU days.
Yeah.
I think he might be the next up. He looks like he might be the next up. It just looks like it.
A lot of them look like they're going to be the next up in the AFC.
I don't know. He smacked Josh Allen up. He just makes like you look at Josh Allen totally different after that game to me.
Right.
And I think he's gonna do the same thing to this dude. You're gonna be, how can I explain it? Say he beats him, which I think that they're gonna win this game. If he beats him, now you're gonna take Mahomes and just Burrow is gonna be the guy. He's gonna be the guy
unless he loses in the Super Bowl.
I still think he's gonna be the guy. Whether he wins or loses the Super Bowl, you're still gonna look because
then you could just say, well,
no, but
Mahomes had a bad ankle.
You're not looking at Jalen Hurts as a top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
No,
you're looking at the Mahomes and the Josh Allens.
Yeah.
If he beat both of them, and if he beats him on the way to the Super Bowl, if he loses the Super Bowl, I think that's a different bag.
Because you can always just say, though, Mahomes has that Super Bowl in his pocket.
Yeah, but you're not going to... The only thing if he loses in the Super Bowl to, we'll say, Brock Purdy or Jalen Hurts, it's only going to elevate those two. I don't think that he's going to take a hit from that.
I really wish he didn't get hurt because I'd like to see it straight up.
Because that's what they're going to do, too. That's another thing that I hate. They're going to do that. They're going to be like, well, Mahomes was hobbled. And if the handicap winds up playing, it's just going to be a fiasco. I'm with you on that. I wish that he didn't get hurt.
Because say Burrow beats him, now next year if they meet again in the playoffs, you're going to hear, well, Mahomes last year was hurt, hobbled on an ankle.
Yeah.
So you
know what this is semi reminded me of? It reminds me of, people might not agree with me, Brady Manning a little bit. I feel like this is that Burrow Mahomes thing is what's going on. It's going to start being like that.
Because Peyton was the better quarterback.
Yes.
But Brady won.
This is exactly what it's kind of reminding me of a little bit, that mystique of that, because you always was like, well, Peyton Manning is but then Brady was just, and he always got the best of him.
No, well, almost always.
Pretty much he did. If you look at the heads and stuff like that, and then some of those games, Manning had to rely on like things out of his power, like his defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
But I don't know. I'd like to look at that record because in the games, the big games, I think Manning.
You think so?
Yeah, they got to the championship.
I think Brady got the best of him. I felt. And I feel like this is going to be the same thing with this cat. He's going to get the best of the more physically gifted dude. But it just goes to tell you, that it shows you that football is not, it's not just, it's this.
Yeah.
It's this, man. But you really, who you got? We really didn't say who you got.
KC, San Fran, Super Bowl. That's what I picked.
And I got Philly Bengals. When we're not deliberately doing this is how we genuinely feel. Russell's ill about this. Wow.
I just think Mahomes is. If I would be sure Mahomes is going to get this off his back if he was healthy.
Yeah.
And I still got to ride with him though, just because I picked him.
Like I said,
both games are great games, and both I think it's 50-50 toss up.
Yeah, you don't know.
So, like I said, I'm just going to go with my original picks.
Where you going to be at for the games?
I think I might go down Zaco Taco and see a little bit of that Philly game.
Yeah, and you guys know where I'll be. Come check your boy out. I'm gonna be in the building.
He might be standing by the bar with a tear coming down his cheek.
Yo, don't mind me if you hear me scream. I'll be like, yo, because that's how I get when I be watching my boys. That's why I can't really be around people, but I have to work, so. I'm gonna be at the joint. Come check your boy out. Come see your boy P. We'll both be down there chopping it up. You got anything else, man?
Yeah, I'll do autographs between 3 and 4, but don't bother me after that because I want to watch the game.
P gonna give it to you. He gonna give it to you. P gonna give it to you. Yo, thanks for checking us out. Sorry the show might have been a little low key, but that's where we're at because my boy's in mourning. You know what I mean? Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Peace.